Hello, everybody. I don't know what the hell I was waiting for. I've just been sitting here staring at the start screen, and it's like two past, and I was like, oh my god. So happy Sunday, everybody. I hope you guys are all doing amazingly. Um, I pulled around a bit and then walked down to Maggie's. So if you watch that the poet video, the vlog video, right at the beginning, there's this dude with a cane, like hitting this like homeless dude or whatever. That's the Maggie's parking lot. And that dude with the cane works there. He's like the handyman kind of guy. And he's usually in the back. So if he came out like limping and swinging that cane, um, that dude must have tried to like get in the back or something like that. So whatever. But yeah, so I went to Maggie's, um, got breakfast because I haven't really been eating well. Like I've tried like making. I need to go fucking grocery shopping, but I've been trying to just like make meals with the stuff that I have. Like I'm tired of like buying groceries when there's already food here. But there's a reason why people do this, and it's because the ingredients you have are shit and you need actual stuff to fucking eat. So, Mindy, hello. um, yeah, you need to fucking eat. So, like the last couple days, I've been like, you know what? I'll go to the store on Monday because the store on the weekends are nuts. Like I'll just figure something out. I'll make a soup. I got vegetables and all this other shit. I could put something together. And I have just been batting fucking zero with my making up recipes off of the stuff that I have. It's been gross. So, yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to Maggie's. I'm going to get a fucking breakfast burrito and I'll pick up some beer. And it's hot as fucking balls. It was like cooling off. I was all excited. But right now it's like already super hot. I'm sweating like a Hoover in church, if you know what I'm saying. Um, oh, but yeah. So anyway, so here we are. You just watched that, Mindy. And I want to make something pretty clear here. Like, for those of you who watch me on here and like we chat on comments in the videos and you send me emails and stuff like that, that's not what I was talking about. Like in that video, I stated very clearly, like if you think you're coming over to my apartment too much, it's probably because you're coming over to my apartment too much. It's like people just showing up. That's the that's the thing that was driving me crazy. So I really don't want anyone to feel like I was talking about you guys in particular, unless you're coming over to my house unannounced whenever the fuck you feel like it. Then I'm talking about you. Yeah, I don't do well with unannounced visitors. Yeah. And I think it's where you live too, because I've lived in like court apartments where there's like a little courtyard and all the doors are kind of facing each other. And if there's people outside doing stuff and people are talking and people like come in and out, that's one thing. But when you don't have that and you're like in a building and like you don't have windows out into the hall or anything like that, and you don't expect anyone to ever appear, and motherfuckers are appearing. And normally it wouldn't be that big of a deal because there's a code, like a gate downstairs to get into the lobby, and you have to like call somebody in, and then I have to buzz them in. I normally don't have the ringer on my phone. And so when people have come by in the past, I just haven't even known because I don't ever look at my phone unless I'm fucking holding it in my hand. So that's been kind of nice. But the door broke, like the security gate door downstairs is broken, so anyone can just come into the building right now. So the last, and I don't know why they haven't fucking fixed it, but it's been almost, I'd say almost a month that thing's been fucking busted. So there's that. That's kind of annoying. Oh, and the people, there were two different people who lived in the building who would just like go to people's apartments all the time. And just because they were like on drugs and fucking like hyper and just like chittery and chattery and and shit like that and stuff. But they've been all one got arrested and their shit got thrown out, and the other one got evicted. So it's all good. So yeah, so I just didn't want any of you guys thinking I was talking about you guys. So like a lot of the times when I'm venting and shit in my vlogs, it's because like normally I would write that shit out. But if something's happening like right then and there, and I'm not where I could type, which is why a lot of my vlogs happen when I'm outside of the house. Because if I was in the house when something happened, I would type it, I would write it. Okay. But when I'm like out and about and like there's shit that's bothering me and stuff, I talk it out. And I think for the most part, the majority of, oh, I don't know, because I've had people see stuff on here and come and fucking start shit. But for the most part, I think the people who I interact with in my daily life don't watch my YouTube videos. So I feel like it's like my safe space to be able to like open up and talk and get feelings out and shit. So like, and even in that vlog, I said like I'm doing this because like the part that I didn't leave in was me saying, okay, I'm gonna spill all my fucking guts right now, and I'm probably not gonna post this because I don't want anyone to fucking see it. But then I said, but I'm doing this because I need to hear it. And hopefully, if I do this shit, like, and set boundaries, like, you guys could help keep me accountable if I'm doing that shit, you know? But it's like, it's just me needing to, like, vent and shit, you know? And I'm not so fucking petty that if, like, one of you guys pissed me off, I would, like, talk about you on a fucking vlog that I know you're gonna watch. Like that's some fucking tacky, petty fucking shit. Let's see, JH. Hey, Thomas, what's up, bro? How are you doing? And Paul, how you doing, man? Cool. Yeah, dude, Paul, that comment you left on I don't even remember what video it was. Was it the podcast episode? I don't know, but you fucking blew my mind. And my mind's been reeling all fucking morning about it. He said, I don't remember the exact quote, but it was something like, do you think like every artist, I don't know if you said only, I can't remember now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know if it was every artist has only one great work in them, or does every artist have one great work in them? And so like my brain's been like fucking like woo 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 on that thing all fucking morning. Oh, dude, Thomas, high five, bro. Oh, moving is a bitch. I think on that like thing, like the most stressful thing for people to do. Can't remember the order, but like the top 3 or 4 were um, death, divorce, moving, and then getting married. I think is what the top four were. So, and I fucking move way too much. In fact, I have to actually shit. What day am I doing that? I completely forgot about it because I didn't write it down like a fucking douchebag. Tuesday, I'm going to empty my storage unit, which is basically moving. I'm loading a bunch of shit into my car and taking that shit somewhere else. Done all four apart from the death yet. Yeah, and that's even fucking debatable. Like, for fuck's sake, dude. Yeah, I hear you. Fucking hell, dude. Oh, man. I'm double fisting today. I got beer and coffee. Well, if you'd done divorce, didn't you do the marriage part too? Unless you do it the right way and get divorced first and then get married. That's probably a way to make sure that stays long, you know. Ah, fuck. Jimmy. Jimmy, I want you to know I got your email, man. Thank you for sending that. I'm fucking way behind on emails right now. I'm trying so fucking hard to get caught up. Hey, Paul, you might want to rephrase how that comment came out. People might like raise their eyebrows at that. Um, Thanks, dude. I appreciate it, Jimmy. Oh man, so I do have some mail to open up here. I got some stuff yesterday and the day before, and I haven't had the time to open mail. God, I sound like I'm so fucking busy. I'm not even that fucking busy. Ugh, I need to like put things in little boxes. But yes. What did I get? That's a big pile for stuff that I don't know what it is. So I'm gonna have to fucking look at that. And then I don't know if later today I'm gonna do a members stream putting together the new Bloodshed review, like finish the formatting and everything. That might be something I do on stream. I don't know if that's something you guys want to see. I have to, because I haven't printed anything out yet, but I'm behind on videos that came out that I thought certain things would be out by now aren't. So like the Blood Rag issue and the Bunny Wild's Poet of the Year rag, like both of those are done, but I haven't printed them out yet. And I think in the last like 2 or 3 videos I posted, it says that that's out and available now. So I'm just like fucking totally behind on shit. And then, oh, I was gonna do that today. Maybe I'll do that today. I have to ship a bunch of orders tomorrow. Huh. I will think about this. I will think about this. Oh, oh man. But last night I Adam, what's up? Oh, I bet Jeff would. I bet you would, Jeff. I bet you would. Yeah, I might do that then. Yeah, there's just like a lot of things. Like I need to um, really start scheduling everything I do instead of just half the things I do. Nice. And if you guys haven't seen Adam today on Instagram, he read Bunny's poems from Poetic Anarchy Volume 3 and did a very, very good job with it. Yeah, those poems were fucking dark as shit, dude. We all have our tough times. Mm. I was going to tell you, dude. The first 3 Poetic Anarchy volume books were only from the workshops. So the first workshop was um, 8 days long, and all of that stuff is in there. The second workshop was 8 days long, and everyone's poems from that are in there. And the third volume was from the when I went from doing the workshops on like Zoom and Podia and shit and brought it to YouTube. That volume 3 book is from a week-long workshop. So this next book, I have no idea how long it's going to be, but everyone who's in Anarchy Crew, I want your guys' stuff for it. Anyone who's been in Anarchy Crew this last year and anything you've written during Anarchy Crew in there, I think I'm going to cap it at 10 poems per person. But yeah, so that should be out in December. So that one should be a fucking chunker. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I gotta do some work on my Amazon stuff. It's kind of all over the place. Gareth, what's up, man? Hope you're okay after your stress log video earlier. Yeah, dude, I'll hit you up, man. Yeah, I'll talk to you about all that shit, dude. I've had a bit of a tough go of it lately, for real. Mindy, when you sent stuff, I think I said send 20 poems and I'll pick the best 10 or my favorite 10 out of it. You could do it however you want to do it. If you want to like do newer stuff, then definitely resend that if you want. But if not, it's not a big deal. Because I think Bunny and Shaylin already sent in their stuff for it too, like around the same time you did. So that's cool. No worries there. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'll do that in a second. We'll get on that. Oh, Jessica, yeah, I just got your email too. So I'll hit you up on some of that and see like what we can work out or whatever. I knew you were busy, so you only had 3 times. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Oh, Mindy, you're gonna do that thing. Okay, cool. Like maybe I should throw that out here just now. Yeah, I'll put it together like that. Okay, so check this out. Anyone who, this goes out to anyone who's been in the Bloodshed review or is going to be in the Bloodshed review. If you want to send me a 10-minute video of you reading poems for me to put together into a bigger collection, definitely do that. If you have a like if you're oh man, I'm gonna sneeze. I don't want to sneeze. Sneezing's awful and scary. Okay. If you've been a featured poet or know that you're going to be a featured poet in Bloodshed Review in the future, you could do a 20-minute one. Okay. So if you want to send those to me, that's cool, because I'm going to start putting together like 2 or 3 poet like episodes of readings and stuff like that. So yeah, like if you're interested in that, definitely do it. Let me see. Paul says, Matt, Charlie Manson said a really profound thing that may be relevant to your day. The only thing that's real is now. That was his moment of greatness. Oh man. Yeah, the greatness talk. Yeah. Like the only time when your decisions actually matter is what you're going to do right now. So like I understand that. Gareth says, Matt, I'd love to know what you think of the video I've just put up on narrative songs. Ooh, yes. I would like to hear that. Bro, narrative songs. Concept albums are some of my favorite listens. Oh, yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Okay, favorite concept albums in the chat. Go. Drop them like it's hot. Hurry up and put them in there so I can tell you you're wrong. No, I'm just kidding. Favorite concept albums. The Wall. It's hard to argue. It's especially hard to argue when there's a fucking movie about it. Like, yeah, it's pretty good. Receiving End of Sirens. No, like when I say concept album, I basically mean one that tells a story from beginning to end, like instead of just like a record with a bunch of songs on it. Like it's like a oh yeah, Gareth just said the same thing. Sure, you could do a rock opera. Throw one in there. Oh my gosh. What is going on? Why? Okay, dude, if this is bad news, I'm going to be really fucking pissed off. Okay, never mind. That wasn't scary. I had 3 people in my family text me all at the same time, so I assumed that was bad news, but it just coincidences. That's a good one. Joni Mitchell's Blue. Yeah. Like my favorite ones are Redheaded Stranger by Willie Nelson. Really like that one. I actually like Mechanical Animals by Marilyn Manson, even though the dope show's on that. In the concept album, it makes sense as a song and tells a pretty good story. So I dig that. Tallahassee by the Mountain Goats. Favorite concept album. Very, very good. I got to give them more of a chance, dude. Let me see. I know there's been some other really fucking awesome concept albums that have like blown my mind. I spoke about how vivid and real the song "In Spite of Ourselves" by John Prine is. Not a concept album, but says a lot in one song. Yeah, for sure. Oh my god, I got into this whole argument with my kid. This was a few years ago. My kid was like all into 21 Pilots, okay? And my kid was like, "Dude, dad, like 21 Pilots are so fucking deep, dude. Like everything is like interconnected and like it's telling you a story and there's hidden messages and you have to like decipher it. They leave so much up to the listener and it's just like it's beyond what music is." And they were like just saying all of these like ridiculous things. And I'm like, you, my friend, are describing a concept album with good marketing. Okay. No, 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 no. Do you even know what blurry face is? Do you understand? Do you like you don't get it? You don't get it, Dad. You don't know blurry face. And I was just like, oh my fucking god. And then when I guess Bandits came out, the or Trench, I don't remember, or Banditos, I don't know what the fuck it was called. But that whole thing, like my kid was like all on the fucking like like the message boards and like watching the countdown and like I swear to god the same people who like did the marketing for 21 Pilots have got to be the same people who do QAnon. Like the Q drops, man. It's like the same fucking shit. And it just fucking cracks me up, man. And like honestly, 21 Pilots, like some of their shit is catchy, but some of their shit is not. And like I just like my kid was so into 21 Pilots. Like so much so we stayed up all night to get like tickets, like to be in the virtual line to get tickets when they went on sale or whatever. And within like seconds of us trying to get tickets, they were sold out. And my kid fucking bawled and screamed and was so fucking mad. And I was just like, well, you know, there's aftermarket. You could try to figure it out. My kid listens to Taylor Swift, though, so there's no accounting for taste. Well, some of my friends were at the Taylor Swift concert at SoFi here the other night. Fucking hell, dude. 21 Pilots are the worst. 21 Pilots are scared or sacred to some teenagers. Yeah, totally. Totally. Have you seen the kids from Whitney High? Yeah, I've seen them. But yeah, dude. So anyway, the whole like 21 Pilots thing, and then my kid was like, "We got to watch the videos because you don't understand how the story goes, you know, because there's a story." And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, like, listen to the people that influenced that band and see that really, at best, they're just doing a good, like, they're inspired by somebody and kind of putting a spin on it, maybe. But, like, she can't. Yep, dude, Jimmy knows. Jimmy fucking knows. This makes me grateful that most of the bands I like growing up are bands that don't sell out shows. Yeah, dude, the closest thing I ever came to that was I saw Nirvana at the Forum. And there was like the Forum show, and then they played in Oakland, and then I think they did something in Seattle, and then he killed himself. But it was like the end of the In Utero tour, and I had to like fucking wait in line overnight for those tickets. And then like when they opened up, they fucking gave us wristbands, so it didn't matter who was in line. And I almost fucking murdered somebody. I'm like, are you fucking with me, dude? Like, I have been here. Like, fuck that, you know? But like the tickets were shit, but I don't know if I was gonna be able to get decent tickets for that show anyway. Honestly, the greatest thing about that show was the band that opened the show was this band from Hawaii called Chokebore, and I have not really heard them do anything since before or since. That night was the first night and only night I ever saw them. I got their album Motionless like the next day and fucking played that cassette until it didn't work anymore. And I have no idea. I haven't even looked to see if they're on Spotify or anything. But that album was so fucking good. Like, I have never been so blown away by a band live than seeing them that time. Favorite Nirvana song? I don't know, man. Because, like, well, like I could listen to like Bleach and Incesticide like all the way through all the time, just like on a fucking loop. And it just sounds like one awesome song. But um, Dumb, Negative Creep, Breed, Drain You, all those are good. Like fucking totally. I'll say In Bloom since we're on this route. But Heart Shaped Box is great. Scentless Apprentice is great. Um, Penny Royalty is great. I even like the that song that came out after he died. You Know You're Right. That's a great fucking song. Oh, verse, chorus, verse. It was on the No Alternative comp. I'm trying to remember when they found out what the name of it was because it was a secret song on that, so no one knew what it was called. But I think it's called Sappy or something like that. I loved that song. That song was great. I hate myself. I want to die. Yeah. It's hard to argue with that, you know. What was that song? How did it go? That's Drain You. I'm singing in my head now. That's not it. The box set. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude, it was crazy because like I remember like back in the LimeWire days, I was getting like all the like bootleg demos and shit. And I thought I was so fucking cool that I had all this like secret Nirvana shit. And then they're like, oh, we're putting out a box set. Here is everything. Bleh. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. Um, oh, fucking Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. That's a pretty fucking good front to back motherfucker right there for Pumpkins, dude. Shit. But yeah, and Nirvana was okay that night. But check out Chokebore, guys. I'm telling you. Um, Chokebore's Motionless. If any of you guys are on any music listening services right now, check and see if it's available. Like when I was 14, I thought it was the greatest thing ever. So I probably listen to it now and it's going to be fucking garbage, but you never know. Um, and then there was this other tape I listened to a lot. Like if you're into like hardcore, like there was this band and they put out a demo and they were called Function. And on the demo, it was like a little GI Joe guy, and he had crayons around him, and like it was like they put a bunch of tape on, not tape, but rubber bands, and that was like the cover. That was like my favorite hardcore album forever. And then I'm like I heard through the grapevine that they got signed by some label and they were going to actually put something out, and I got all excited about it. And then I think they broke up, and the guys that still wanted to be in music started a band called 1134, and it just wasn't the same. It was like not the same at all, and it just sucked. And I'm sure 1134 is good. I don't even remember what they sounded like, but it wasn't Function, and it just like pissed me off. I was so fucking mad about that. But that was like my favorite fucking hardcore tape. Well, that and the fucking Inside Out album. Like I think that was everyone's favorite hardcore tape. That and the Gorilla Biscuits EP. And maybe Uniform Choice early demos. Any any hardcore stuff outside of that probably isn't acceptable by me right now. I really like Coheed and Cambria Aftermath albums. I think those are concept albums. You know what? I'm not really familiar with them, but I've heard a lot of people say really positive stuff about that. Oh, did they? That's fucking nuts, dude. Like, are they playing like their like early shit or the later stuff, or are they playing new stuff? Like, what's happening? Because that first EP I love, and then like Start Today or whatever it was, I wasn't really that into it, and oh yeah, all these motherfuckers know about CNC Music Factory up in here. No, I know what you're talking about. Um, Adam, did you ever hear Function? Are you familiar with them at all? Because if I could track down that tape, I'd fucking lose my goddamn mind. I haven't fucking heard it in ages. Oh, that's awesome. Dude, okay. Here's the joke of the century. And I don't know if this still holds up, but like in the late 90s when you told this joke, you got to fucking laugh. How do you know you're at a hardcore show? When 3 out of the 4 bands close their set by playing No Spiritual Surrender. Am I right? Oh, shit. Yeah, dude. That used to kill in Huntington Beach, dude. I'm telling you. Dude, that sucks. I'm gonna try to find him, dude. There's got to be somebody who fucking thought that album was great. You know, like I can't be the only fucking person in the world who really dug that. I've heard more bands close with Big Mouth, honestly. Seriously? Oh, dude, like it's so funny because some band will be playing and it's some band that like people don't really know that well or something, or they just got on a show with like a touring act or something like that, and the show's going okay, and then like they'll fucking play No Spiritual Surrender and the fucking place blows up. Like, oh my god, dude. Let me see. Oh, another maybe not good per se, but Lou Reed's Metal Machine Noise was a mental concept. Huh. The only Lou Reed album that I can listen to from front to back over and over again is Transformer. And I fucking love that album so much, dude. And I've tried to get into other, like, I even have a hard time with some Velvet Underground stuff. And it's not because of Nico. I fucking love Nico. Fucking Chelsea Girl, fucking give me that, dude. Jerry's Kids and Gangrene, yeah, dude. Dude, I actually watched a documentary. I can't remember what it was called. Jeff, you might know. But it was this documentary about the Boston hardcore scene and how it wasn't LA. And don't try to fucking like say that the LA scene is hardcore. Like the LA scene is what the whole world's hardcore was. And that Boston scene was what it was and where it was at and all this shit and fuck LA and all this other shit. It was awesome. It was really fucking good. Is that what it's called? Dude, it's just like fucking Homer fucking like calling information saying like I need the number for 911, you know, or like what's that movie called, you know, where the bus's speed can't go under a certain speed or else the bus's speed would cause the bus to explode. I think it was called The Bus That Wouldn't Slow Down. Like that's pretty much what just fucking happened right there, man. Sometimes it can be difficult to differentiate a concept album from one with a really strong theme throughout, for me at least. Yeah, that's true. Like it's almost like you need to have like a character that runs through the whole album. Because honestly, if like you want to talk Manson, like with Antichrist Superstar, Mechanical Animals, and Hollywood, all three of those are solid front to back like that. But even like that fucking good God, this was my kid was so into him, but it happened when I was still doing Creeperson and touring and all that shit. But fucking My Chemical Romance, the fucking Black Parade album and shit like that was fucking off. Like that was huge, dude. AFI Sing the Sorrow album, like I don't give a shit if that's a concept album or not. That is one of the best fucking albums of at least the fucking 2000s. Like best albums. Like that's just a solid fucking album. I've seen that doc. Isn't it Rick to Life from 25 to Life in it? I do not know. MCR albums are all solid. I don't really know enough about My Chemical Romance. It's so funny because like when My Chemical Romance got big with Black Parade, Creeperson was in Oregon because I was up there doing a movie and we were recording the second album and playing a bunch of shows up there. And I don't know how this happened, but I got into mindless self-indulgence thinking the MSI was MCR. Like I was very self-absorbed. I didn't really give two shits about anything else that was happening outside of me. And I was listening to Mindless Self-Indulgence and I thought that it was My Chemical Romance. And everyone kept saying, like, dude, have you seen the Black Parade video, or have you heard Black Parade? Fuck, man, fuck. And I'm like going through all my, like, the 3 like mindless self-indulgence, like 2 albums and an EP or whatever. I'm like looking through it. I'm like, dude, there is no fucking Black Parade song on here. These people are fucking nuts. So they're fucking with me. I'm like, is it like a new song? Like, is it a single? They're like, well, it's a single, but it's on the new album. And I'm like, it's not. You guys are all fucking crazy. And I just thought like everyone was fucking stupid but me. And then I finally figured it out like weeks later. Douchebag, this fucking guy. Good to hear you say that. My dude in my novel wakes up with a Sing the Sorrow tour shirt. And dude, seriously, AFI just played out here. I don't know if they toured this, but earlier this year or like late last year, they just played. I think they played at the Forum too, and they were doing Sing the Sorrow front to back. Like that was what the show was. And me and my kid wanted to go so fucking bad. And I can't remember what happened. I think my kid tried to get tickets and she was trying to get all of us tickets. And I think what happened was her partner's friend got 2 tickets, and then the person who was supposed to go with him couldn't go. So her partner went to the show, and me and my kid didn't. And like he's got some beef with us for that, dude. I'm not gonna fucking lie. Marilyn Manson's office used to be above Thunder Road, the Harley shop on Santa Monica Boulevard. Really? I didn't know that. Yeah, like mindless self-indulgence is ridiculous, but like their humor is questionable at all, but they are fucking, I love that. I love that. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, when I heard 2 hookers and an 8-ball, I was like, take my money. Like I fucking loved it. Oh, it was so good. I went to see AFI after Sing the Sorrow came out. It was such a great album. Oh, that's awesome that you saw him. I didn't care for Black Parade when it came out, but years since I actually really like about half that album. I kind of want to see him live. Dude, I've heard really bad things about the reunion tour of that. I haven't seen or heard anything. I've never listened to that album. Um, for the most part, I just know that song. But yeah, but it took me forever to get into AFI. Like the Leaving Song Part 2. Like I'm from fucking Southern California. Like AFI and Nitro Records, you know, the whole fucking thing. Like was it Nitro? Yeah, Nitro. Like um the Black Seas or Black Sails or whatever, and the whole like wannabe Misfits cover band kind of deal. Like I just never really fucking cared for him. And I remember my buddy's like, dude, you have to hear the new AFI. I'm like, you have to get out of my fucking house, dude. And he's like, no, seriously, you're gonna fucking dig it. I swear to God, he's like, it's bigger than anything that they've done. It's grander. You have to give it a listen. And I fucking listened to it, and I think I hated it for 3 seconds. And then I was like, oh my God, this is really fucking good. It's also a concept album with a central character and a few other characters, but it's not super cohesive as a story or whatever. Yeah, there you go. Oh man. Oh. You know what's crazy? around that same time, that like when Sing the Sorrow came out, that was around the time my kid was born. And I was really into fucking Weezer at that period. Like the Green album came out and Maladroit came out. And like I was just really appreciative of Weezer as a band. Like it wasn't like I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a diehard Weezer fan. It was just like I would listen to the music and go, wow, like he really fucking tried. You know, look at him go. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know if I've ever felt that way about a band before. But I just remember thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, this guy's really fucking trying. He's really pushing himself here. Let me see. Nitro is or was, if it's not around anymore, Dexter from the Offspring's label. Yeah. They kickstart Guttermouth and gave the Vandals their second win, for sure. As far as Weezer goes, I never really got into Pinkerton or whatever it was called. And I think it was because all the emo kids who were starting like those emo hardcore bands before emo became whatever like pop culture turned emo into. Like when it was like more like screamo, like motherfuckers like, oh, I can't scream forever or else my throat's gonna go out. I need to try to do something else. I don't know why everyone like thought that album was like the Bible. And because people swore by it, I don't think I ever gave it a chance. I'm just like, stop fucking talking to me, dude. Like you guys were in a hardcore band a week ago, and now you're saying that like the second Weezer album's the fucking second coming of like, I can't. But yeah, by the time the Green album and Maladroit came out, I was like, wow, this guy's really fucking giving it its all. But dude, around that same time too, the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, Fever to Tell, one of the greatest albums ever. I will fight anyone on that one. And the White Stripes were doing a lot of fucking cool ass shit at that time too. Like it was weird. There was like this weird fucking window when music went from something that was like horribly shitty to being really different and trying, even though a lot of it was just like garage rock inspired, like late 60s, early 70s shit. But like, I don't know, just like the resurgence of everything that happened right then. And then that got fucked up too. And then everyone started sounding the same. But you had this one moment where like the Yeah Yeah Yeahs and who did I just fucking say? Oh, the White Stripes, the Strokes, the Hives, the Vines, the Killers, a bunch of the bands were like putting out like solid shit for like a hot minute. And then I don't know what the fuck happened. And then it all like just like sands through the hourglass over the days of our fucking lives, man. It's just so weird how like a movement happens, you know? Like that like New York scene in the like early 2000s was a fucking huge thing, dude. That was awesome. Do you remember Eraserata? Jesus Christ, dude. Oh man. I saw Yeah Yeah Yeahs open for Iggy before they broke. Oh, shut your fucking mouth, dude. Ugh. Yeah, I can't listen to the Fever to Tell album without right after that, or even the Strokes or anything, without going straight to fucking Raw Power and then like hitting like MC5 and fucking oh my fucking god. That's one of my favorite albums of all time. It's so funny because fucking Gareth, if you're still here, dude, Gareth did this Iggy Azalea. Yeah, we all went and saw Iggy Azalea. Wait, is she the Black Widow baby? Because that's a fucking banger. I don't give a shit what anybody fucking says. I'll listen to that fucking all day. But seriously, like Gareth was doing this thing where, yes, where you were doing like the your top 100 albums of all time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Iggy and the Stooges' Raw Power, like that is so fucking high on my fucking list, dude. So fucking high. Oh, she got canceled? Oh, shit. She Black Widowed herself, dude. Black Widow, baby. Oh my god. But yeah, like if I every time I see Gareth post like a short about like the top 100 or whatever, um like I'm like, oh, I got to do this. I got to do this. I just don't know if I could actually put it in a number. Like if it was like name 100 albums that you think are amazing that everyone should listen to. I could totally do that. But if I had to like say like which one was in what order, I don't know if I could do that. I do not know if I could do that. Like seriously, like I like Funhouse and fucking what's the other album? Is it just the Stooges? Like those are good, but fucking Raw Power, dude, is like it's like it was possessed by something. And I say that like loosely, but all of these bands, like they will have this one album that like transcends anything that they even knew they knew how to do, you know? And it's just different. And you can't put your finger on it. It's like that it factor or the fucking like pornography, like you know it when you see it. Like it just has something extra that cannot be quantified. It is completely fucking like emotional and spiritual, you know? And fucking Raw Power, dude. Any mix, I don't give a shit what mix it is. It still fucking comes through the same for me. Oh, it's so fucking good, dude. When Creeperson was on tour, that last tour, and I wrote the Creeperson Go Home album, and we were recording it. I was listening to fucking Raw Power, like almost like on repeat in the fucking RV, and everyone was like ready to fucking kill me. They're like, "Can you please fucking put something else on?" And I'm like, "Dude, we're going to the next town, man. We gotta stay awake, bro. Oh my god!" And I was just like so fucking like, dude, there's so many different mixes now. I don't even know what's what. Like I could fucking go out and say like, oh, I'm gonna do a mix of Raw Power. Like this is David's mix. This is Iggy's mix. This is fucking so and so's mix. Like da-da-da-da-da. Everyone has a fucking mix of that. Oh my god, I fucking love it. And I probably do like the original mix because that's probably what I heard. Oh, Jack White played guitar for the Stooges on the last tour. I didn't fucking know that. Do 20. Say it's not in order. Oh my god. It would probably be easier for me if I did like decades. Like this is like my favorite 20 albums from the 70s. This is my favorite 20 from the 80s. I could probably nail that down and probably do a 20 favorites from before, like pre 1970. I could probably put that together. Oh, I could totally do that. I don't know if you saw this, but on Instagram, there's somebody who's been putting chapbooks together that are just like punk flyers or rave flyers or rock flyers from like this year to this year. And it's funny because the covers are so like basic, but then the artwork inside is like full color and gorgeous and nuts. So like I really want to pick those up. Like I really fucking do, but there's a bunch of them. So I don't know if I could, because if I get one, I'm going to need to get all of them because that's how I am. I have to collect things to completion. Because if anyone knows anything about me, it's that I go to completion. So that's just how it is. So I would need to do that for my OCD. So let me see here. Yeah. You should do a book of music poems after your book of coffee poems. Dude, I have a lot of books sitting around, dude, that I gotta fucking get cracking on. Oh man. But like seriously, like I don't know if anyone is familiar. Adam might be familiar with this, Jeff might be familiar with this. But do you know Raymond Pettibone, who did all of the Black Flag flyers and covers for a certain amount of time and now does all the shit for Off? He did that Sonic Youth cover with the couple in the car, who I think are the people who murdered all those kids in I don't know, whatever that Smith song was. No, you fucking don't, dude. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so jealous, dude. He's like, he is my childhood. I don't know how to describe this. Like the images he puts together is like what I grew up seeing. Like, I don't know how to describe this. It's like, I don't know, like growing up, I had He-Man, Garfield, and Raymond Pettibone. Like it was like that was the images I saw. Like I had an older sister and she's 7 years older than me. And she always hung out with older kids. So like as a small kid, there were always motherfuckers around, like shitty punk kids and shit. Oh my fucking god. Like seriously. Like I don't dig his baseball shit and his surfing shit. Like when he gets really into the colors and stuff, I'm not a fan of that. But like just his illustrations with the social commentary, it's like get the fuck out of here, dude. Fuck. I was thinking about doing a poetry book about gigging myself. Yeah. No, totally. Like once I finish the Horrywood memoir or whatever the fuck you want to call it, which I'm hoping will be done and out by November. That's my plan. October, I'm just gonna work on it the whole month and see how much I can get done with it. And that, for those of you who don't know, is my book about me hustling around making low budget horror movies and all that shit. Once that's done, I really want to do some shit about like gigging and touring and because a lot of it is like you get these ideas of what that's going to be like when you're a kid or a teenager, and then you do those things, and some of the things are not anywhere near what you thought it was going to be, good or bad, and then other things are exactly the horror stories that you've always heard, but then when it happens to you, it's like, oh, yeah, okay. It's just like, it's so weird. I don't know. Glenn Freeman was a killer artist from then too. I'll have to check him out. I really only knew Pettibone from the Sonic Youth cover. Gareth, what is the name of that couple who killed those kids out in like Manchester and then took them out into the moors or whatever? I'm probably fucking this whole story up, but I even fucking drew a picture of her, the chick. I can't remember the name of the couple. The intensity in the eyes on the oven mitt puppet from My War. Oh my god, dude. Family Man. That fucks me up, dude. Myra Hindley, dude. Or is it Fred and Rose West? Which one is it? No, I'm confused. Freeman got famous for photos of skateboarding in an empty swimming pool. Oh, it's creative to come up with the idea. Peter Bradley. Oh my god. Who's Fred and Rose West? Myra Hindley. Myra Hindley. Yeah, I think that's it, dude. I think that's the one. Got that fucking goddamn Black Widow song stuck in my head now. Dude staring at the Family Man cover art while listening to Henry Rollins read his psychopath spoken word poetry will change you. Yeah, dude. Ugh, like that was too much. I love the Jealous Again cover, but like the flyers, like the one where like the nuns giving birth to like a little devil and like all of the like crucified Manson and Elvis kind of shit, and just like the kind of latchkey kid, like a kid doing something and then it says something that's like, oh well, it's not like my parents will ever know, or just the things like that, or like the police story thing, like just oh, I don't know, man. Like that is such a huge thing for me. And I just missed he had an exhibit at some fucking gallery out here, and I missed it by like 2 weeks, and it was there for like 6 or 7 months, and I didn't find out about it until it was just over, and I was so fucking pissed. Seriously, Family Man got you into Rollins? That's crazy. It took me a while to dive into that. Like I always knew the artwork, but it took me a while to get into it. I think the first Rollins spoken thing I ever heard was that Human Butt album, and that was fucking hysterical. Like I just thought that was great. But anyway, all right, guys, I'm running the liquor a little too long here, so I'm gonna start winding this down. Pettibone's flyers were tight. Those police story flyers were pasted up all over LA in the 80s, and the LA cops could drive by and see them, and they knew exactly. Oh, yeah. No, totally. Like, that was a huge thing. Like I live right across the street from the what do you fucking call it? The Elks Lodge, where that first riot happened, where Daryl Gates had the fucking new SWAT team go into the punk show to try out their new stuff called Riot Gear. And it was like a go-go show. And I think it was Go-Go's and X. And I can't remember who else played, but they like just went in there and beat the fucking shit out of like 300 kids just to like see if it was something that they could do. Fucking awful, dude. Look it up. Look it up, guys. It's a legit fucking thing. All right, y'all. I'm going to split, so I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a good rest of the day. I might come back and do some streaming later. I might do some member streams. I'm not exactly sure what the fuck I'm doing. It's up in the air right now. So I'll talk to you guys later.